going back to Louise's house because we're going to greet people coming into the house. And of course, you know, the bride and groom has to be out there greeting all those people. Of course, I did. I'm thinking I'll let Mom take over because I wasn't. What I was doing, I think I was helping passing wine or drinks around, which was normally I do anyway. So, Mom, she had to help her mother get the, well, they had the food ready, you know, they put it on the table. It was kind of a, what do you call, smorgasbord type.
Well, buffet.
Buffet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go on from there, Mom.
Well, I remember that the night before the wedding, my mom was making chicken salad, and you had to have chicken salad for the wedding, and along with homemade bread, Pt2, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we stayed there up at the entry hall of my mom and dad's house for hours standing there. And I had the dress with the train, and I had a little loop so I could hold it on my finger. I got so worn out, and then I don't remember the wedding cake, but they did have a wedding cake. I remember that Noella played the piano, and Fritz Lenz sang our song, "Yours till the stars." And we were there just in the living room. Dad and I were dancing, and everybody in the place was just jam-packed with people. It was funny. And then upstairs, not in my room, but in the other large bedroom, there was two table set up for guys to play cards.
Well.
Yeah. And then, the big thing was after, I don't think we hardly ate anything at all.
That's true.
And then afterward, they wanted to try to figure out a way for us to leave without having big, what do you call it?
Well, they try to get the bride in jail or something, or the bride, the bridegroom.
Yeah, and then they also
they
used to
threatened to do that.
They used to put cans at the back of the car that was going.
They did? I don't remember that.
No, they used to.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
That was called a chivalry, I think.
Anyway,
chivalry.
One of the deals I got, the priest that married us, Father Donald.
Yeah.
I was passing, drinks around, and I said, "What do you have?" He said, "I'll have everything you got." He was a snucker from the word go.
That was at Alan Flo's reception.
No, that was at our, because I asked him what he wanted. He said, "I'll have a little bit of everything." So anyway, we're getting to the point where we're got to get ready to leave because we're now about 7 o'clock, and things are getting short, and the evening's going on, and we got several presents, money.
Two mixed masters.
Huh?
Two mixed masters.
Two mixed masters. And we got a lot of things, and I think I never seen so much money without working in my life. I think it was over $300 and some.
I think it was over 400.
Okay.
And we bought. What did we buy with that?
With some of the money, we bought the Willis AmeriCard. What was it? The 41.
Yeah.
1941 Willis AmeriCard, which was a 4-cylinder tinny car that normally if you had good brains you wouldn't buy it, but
30,
then it didn't have choice.
30 miles to the gallon.
Anyway, it's time to leave at 7 o'clock, and we have to find a place to stay.
And change.
Huh?
I had to go someplace to change. Into my,
Where you went next door?
yeah, went
Okay,
over
you
to
changed.
Frisbee's.
And of course, she had a wonderful, beautiful dress. In fact, who got married in it?
Karen,
Karen got married
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. and Karen has it. And she can
So-
loan it to anybody in the family.
So anyway, we're heading for Missoula. Ray's driving, and we're in the back seat. And I don't know how much luggage we have. We didn't have a heck of a lot. Anyway,
Should we pause?
we get to Missoula.
Why don't we pause for just a little bit? We'll talk about that. Let's try it. We're recording now.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock at night. Ray's driving. We have this 41 Willis Americar, and we go to Missoula. And Missoula is at least 3 hours away. So we get to Missoula and we go to. No, I'm a guy that never went to a hotel in my life. I think I was in a hotel once with I think Ed and Noella were some kind of a bowling deal, and we stayed overnight, and we was there. Another story.
Before
But
we were
now-
married.
Yeah, but now we have several stories about that. So now that we're in Missoula, we go into the hotel, and of course the guy says, "Our congratulations in order." I think I said this before. He said, "Poor sucker." What?
He said, "You poor sucker."
He said, "Yeah." No, he just said, "Poor sucker." Anyway, so we go out and have some. Ray, three of us went out and we had some pie, and I think it was cream pie.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Louise gets sick. And the funny part of it too, when she went to get her nightgown, knots. Somebody knotted it up. Anyway, being sick and all that, well, I guess you know what. It was a quiet night for bride and groom, I can say that much.
I'll say that too.
So the next morning we see Ray. He went to another motel, or hotel, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're ready to take off for Seattle. And I think this is about 8 o'clock, and Louise isn't feeling very good at all.
We went to church before we left for Seattle.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
remember that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're heading for Seattle.
No, Ray couldn't find the car.
Well, no, Ray was down there, and he's trying to put the key in the car. He said, "Hey, Ray, you got the wrong car. It's over there." He didn't know which car we had anyway. So anyway, now we're headed out for Seattle. It's uneventful because we just sat back there and just pounded the car just to get to Seattle.
I drove for a
Oh,
little
wait a
bit.
minute.
Okay.
So I think Ray and I drove most of daylight, and we were getting bushed. And Louise said she'd take over. And I don't know, for some reason she had to dodge something and go off the road in the dark. And it's lucky it was a flat spot. So
Scared the daylights out of us.
scared you a bit. So we get back on the road and we head for Fort Lewis, and we get there just in time to get Ray in under the limit.
Just in time,
So-
by midnight.
Right. So then we have to go back and look for a motel, and we find a motel on the Renton area. Because we didn't know where we were in the first place. We didn't stay in Tacoma, I didn't think.
I think we did,
Did we?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't remember that, because like I say, I was a fog brain
Okay.
from the day they saw us, since the day I had the bachelor party. We had the bachelor party. Anyway, here we go.
Okay, Randy. Bye-bye.
We got rid of Ray. We stayed overnight in a motel. And
I still wasn't feeling
Still,
good.
the bride and groom didn't get together. She was still not feeling good. And I want to put it this way: bride and groom didn't know how to have sex. We were so stupid you couldn't believe it. And Louise knew less than I did, and I didn't know a heck of a lot because, so
You were 25 years old.
I was still stupid. Anyway, I didn't play around with girls that much, and I didn't get in trouble. Anyway, we find a motel, and we're staying around. Where the heck is that?
In Renton.
Renton.
Yeah.
And that's where we seen them starting to build the Renton plant for Boeing.
They're just
they were
clearing
gonna-
the ground.
They were building it. They were going to build a seaplane, and they did build one. Well, this is after the building was. They did build one. They called that airplane the Lone Ranger. So anyway, we're in Seattle. We're not exactly good tour people. We don't know what the heck we're doing anyway. So for some reason we head up for the north end. I don't know why.
We were on Aurora. We stayed.
Well, I know that, but we went up to Aurora and we stayed at the Ace Motel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Then,
that's right.
It's a conference call.
I think we stayed there a couple of nights.
So we got
Yeah.
what?
We went shopping downtown Seattle. Been to the Bon Marché.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I do.
So anyway,
Oh, we also would buy food and fix the food in our room so we didn't have to pay to go to the restaurant. But
like I say, we weren't the type of people that knew how to live, eat in restaurants, and going to a motel and register was another deal. So anyway, I told the incidents where we were walking and there was kind of the store was open, and I don't think it was a Japanese shop or something.
oh
down there.
yeah, on
Yeah.
Aurora, I think.
And Mom seen this gal with a couple of cucumbers, and Louise was looking at her, and this Japanese gal said, "What are you looking at?" She said, "Well, I was wondering what you're doing." "Oh, I'm getting the bitters out of the cucumber." You had to come together and rub them together. She said, "Getting the bitter out of it." Didn't she say that?
I think so.
Anyway, I don't think she looked very welcome at us anyhow. Now I'm getting kind of, my memory's kind of getting lost now. Where were we? We went shopping in Seattle,
Downtown Bon Marché.
and we didn't stay.
I don't think we bought anything.
I think we stayed a couple of nights in Ace Motel.
Yeah,
Then we're heading back to Seattle.
right. He only had 1 week he had to get back.
Oh yeah, Louis was still working.
Yeah, I'm still. Oh, no, I quit before.
No, you didn't. Or did you?
But they called me back to fill in after we were married quite a few times.
Anyway, we get back and we're going to stop in Missoula, where my uncle is
Oh, yeah.
financial clerk for the Indian reservation.
At Polson.
No, Dixon, Montana.
Okay.
Okay, we go in there and we're in you might say, the government buildings and everything. And he says, well, we're going to, we get there, of course, they congratulate us, you know, we're married now and newlyweds, and they let us have their bed.
Yeah, their bedroom.
Yeah. And we.
They had 2 children yet at home.
We. We were going out, and they said we're going to go hunt double duck. What's a double duck? Well, it's either pheasant or duck. So he says there's always a game warden with field glasses watching everybody that parks the car or something like that. He says, if I see the game warden coming, he says, I give you shotgun to Zelda, because she can shoot game on the reservation anytime she wants. Anyway, we didn't get anything. We didn't shoot anything that day. So then we headed back for Butte.
Did you go fishing with them over there?
No.
Okay.
So we headed back for Butte, and we're staying in Louise's house, Louise's mother's house, mother and dad's house, and we're sleeping in your bedroom.
Yeah.
So Louise gets on the deal that we got to find a place to live. Okay.
Oh, tell them what happened, what was in the dining room when we got back. All the presents were piled in one place in the dining room. We had to go all through them all over again because we couldn't remember. I got a lot of presents. I still have the tablecloths that were given to us. Yeah. Go ahead, honey.
So anyway, she found an apartment down in around South Montana, and
behind the Rose Garden.
there was a club down there, dance hall and stuff, called a beer joint, the Rose Garden. It was on the second floor, and
In a private home.
private home, and it had, like I said, it had a bed that slid out from underneath the eaves of the roof
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen, and they had another room back, like a living room, and the room where the bed was in the kitchen was quite a good sized space, you know. So
And the bathroom.
bathroom was downstairs. We had to go downstairs to use the bathroom.
So you shared the bathroom?
With the people who own the house.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
We didn't have a refrigerator. We didn't.
well, we didn't have a refrigerator in
Till,
crying out loud up there.
till about,
Now this is October,
yeah.
and so Louise, we rented this place, and then she goes shopping and found a refrigerator, and we bought it. I don't know what we
It was
paid.
secondhand.
Well, of course, it was secondhand. It was a small refrigerator, but it was real handy and easy to get up to
Yeah.
where we were. So the first thing I do is take it down the shop and repaint it, and all nice and slick, you know. We get it back up there, and the refrigerator is, why I mentioned this, caused a little bit of problems. Anyway,
Uh-huh. We'll go into that later.
Anyway, we're here now, October, November, December.
December 7th.
December 7th, yes. And that's when they had the bombing. And of course, we knew we were at war.
We had gone to church. It was on a Sunday.
We just got back.
We
from
just
church.
got back around 11 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah.
And
I was, see, there was only Bill and Art,
yeah,
you and I,
yeah,
because Al was married and Ray was in the service.
yeah. Al got married in November.
So there was a lot of room in their kitchen area for breakfast and stuff. Anyway, we had this December and January, and I guess February, we were living there, and,
What about New Year's Eve
and,
in 41?
well, that's when Alan flew in. In the meantime,
42 below.
Joe
Zero.
Garvey gets married,
Yeah,
Babe gets married,
yeah.
Ellen Florence gets married. So they're all married in between October and
Yeah.
January, just about.
No, July. Alan Flo were married in July.
We were, okay. Anyway, I'm still working for my dad, and not getting a heck of a lot of money. And Louise was called to work, part-time for
Commercial credit.
commercial credit. So we had fun, and finally we get to know how to make love, and she's pregnant now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Anyway, I would spend my time in the evening making these model airplanes.
He liked to make them. Wood.
And mom would make lemon pie dessert, and Ellen Flo would come over and we'd play pinochle. And then after pinochle, she would serve the pie.
How about the money I loaned to my brother Al?
Yeah, go ahead, tell them about it.
Well, Al wanted to buy a car, and he did buy, what year was that?
1941 Pontiac.
Pontiac, beautiful car.
Nice.
And I had some money in the bank. I can't remember exactly when he bought it, but it was soon after we got married. And so he was paying me back so much a month. And that's what helped us survive, because he didn't get much money, and we didn't want to touch the wedding money. That was your mother did that. Right?
So I
What,
don't think
what did Grandma Lescovar do?
Grandma Louise.
No, why did, oh, that's what your mother did, is what you said. Are you talking about your?
I'm talking about me.
Okay, I see, okay. So you did not want to touch the wedding money. Good.
So I'm working for my dad, and getting no place fast. Then I think it was in July sometime when Dick Cloaks came.
Oh, to visit, yeah.
They're somewhere in that area.
Dick Cloak was a good friend of his dad's.
He had some work to do on his car, and I did it, and didn't charge him for it. And he says, if you ever need a job, he says, come on to Seattle. I said, what do I have to do? He said, you come on to Seattle, get in touch with me, and we'll get you in.
At
Okay,
Boeing.
it's the best offer I ever had. So here we are. It didn't take us too long to decide to get the heck out of Butte. So
Well, not only that, everybody was getting their notice for induction. Everybody, yeah.
So anyway, we pack up and we head out for Seattle.
The back seat was loaded to the top,
Yeah.
to the roof.
Well, we took several trips in between, but we're just
Yeah.
kind of breezing through this. This is, I think it was June when he came. We were packed up, and for some reason, Alan Flo
They were
moved to Seattle ahead of us.
they went on their honeymoon,
Oh, they did?
and he
Got a job.
got a job while they were on their honeymoon.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Okay.
So I'm learning something all these years. We go to, Alan Flo has a motel, and we're gonna join him at the motel. And we go and see Dick Cloaks and visit him. And he was happy to see us, and he says, go down and fill out an application. And I think this was about, now we're around August the 1st when I,
Yeah, for we left Butte August 1st.
no, did we leave August, or I thought we were there in August 1st?
No, we left, I don't know, it's close enough.
I
Close
think,
to
I think
August.
we were there in August 1st because I think that's when I hired in.
Okay,
And of course, I went down there, registered, hired in, and Dick Cloaks came out, and he says, we'll probably have to go to the manager about painting you, tell him all the stuff you did and everything. So we waited for this manager till he didn't show up, and he says, forget it. So I was hired in as a B painter or C painter, I don't remember. I think, A painter, in that time, you're talking about maybe 78 cents an hour or something like that.
yeah,
Big money. But
Lot of
then,
money.
you know, groceries were cheap. You could buy butter for 5 cents.
no, more than that,
Okay, how much?
I don't know,
Well, I'm gonna say 5 cents.
all right,
You can buy bacon for about 5 cents.
no. Anyway,
Everything was in a sense
yeah,
below the 50 cents mark. That was compatible to the salary that people were making them days, or wages. My first job at Boeing was to paint a truck. Well, I said to the clerk, I said, well, what kind of job you wanted? He said, just do a paint job you would normally do. So, okay, I go, in the meantime, there was a guy that was an automobile painter, and he would take off, and he would give Dick Cloaks a bad time, and he used to work with Dick Cloaks. So when I come in, and I get to be the automobile, I painted this truck, and this truck happened to be the plant service manager's truck that he was leasing to the government. Anyway, Boeing was paying for it, I guess. So I, of course, the guy that, just remember his name is Art Speaker.
oh,
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name for a long time.
is that the manager?
No, that was the one that
Oh,
was
they
painter
have
that
it.
was giving Dick Cloaks a
Oh,
bad
okay,
time.
okay,
So I painted this car, and in the meantime, every weekend, we'd go out and paint ceiling in part of the plant. And we were working 7 days a week. And then on the weekdays when we weren't painting ceilings, they had a place where they were they would put parts in a shipping container, and we'd have to paint them with a dull blue color, and then they would have a code on the side, and we'd have to stencil whatever was on there. That's what I was doing on these. These were airplane parts being shipped overseas, and I was doing that, spraying these deals and stenciling. I think I did that for quite a while. And then on the weekends, we'd paint ceilings, and I'd go back to painting shipping containers. Then,
and Dick Cloaks was very pleased with your work,
well,
I heard him.
I was kind of an aggressive painter, getting stuff done, and I always try to get done in a hurry. I always trying to figure shortcuts and everything. So I'm trying to think, let's see, now, it's in August of
41,
41.
no, 42, pardon me,
Was
August
42.
42, yeah,
Yeah, 42.
because I was expecting John.
August, then, I guess,
We shared the motel with Alan Flo. You
Yeah.
walk in the door, there's the kitchen. You walk to the right, there's a bedroom. You walk to the left, there's a bedroom, and beyond that was a bathroom. very, very small. And Al and Flo took the bedroom next to the bathroom, and that was difficult because being pregnant, you know, you're going there all the time. So I had to close my eyes. Not really. We lived in that motel, I think, at least a month, in the one
I
down
thought it
there.
was longer than that.
I'm not sure, but we eventually found another motel that was close to the plant,
It was
and
not too far from this. Okay, go ahead.
we each got our own motel then. And what ours was one large room, and it was, the walls were kind of a brown color, and it had the bed in there, and then off to the forward was the small kitchen, very small, and then the bathroom over there. And we could hear, the trains on the track all
Well,
the
down
time.
the one where with Al and Flo.
Yeah.
It was on that deal with, they had agriculture all the time. When the train would go by, the whole place would bounce, you know. And we got this motel, and I think about that time I got a draft notice. And
Oh, you got it as soon as we got there.
well, Al got his draft notice and I got my draft notice. Well, I decided to send mine back and have it transferred over to Seattle. Al says, well, I'm going back. He said, they'll never take me.
My eyes are too bad.
So then by that time, my notice comes back and I just take it up to the
Induction?
no, I took it to Boeing
Oh, okay.
and gave it to them, and that was it. You're you're a war production worker. Okay, we're in October. Then we have we're at this cabin. We're going to get another cabin for some reason, another motel, and we went and put some money down. In the meantime, Louise's, not Louise's, but Dick Cloaks' niece married Al Rosselette,
He was our
Who
next door
was
neighbor in
neighbor
Butte.
of Mom, and who had the Crystal Creamery milk deal, and Al used to deliver milk, and Al was kind of a roundabout town guy because he associated with people that drank quite a bit. Of course, that wasn't hard to do in Butte. Anyway, he associated with, now I'm trying to think of, what's the name
Cliff Wade?
Cliff Wade. Cliff Wade had a house from the saloon that he was would go to. And I think it was about 5 houses, and there was an empty lot in this one house there. And Al asked him, well, who's living in that house? He says, nobody. He says,
Al Rosselette.
he says, well, don't you want to rent it? He said, well, I don't know who to rent it to. You know, Al says, well,
Cliff Wade said that.
I know one of the painters. You work with him, you know him. He's looking for a house. Bingo. We got a house to rent.
In the meantime, just a little
And
before, we had gone to an auction.
just a minute.
Okay.
So we have to go back to the motel. We went to the house. We have to tell the guy, well, sorry, I've been drafted. We can't take the motel. Well, he said, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm going to have to keep some of the money you put down. Okay. What can you say, you know? You're lying through your teeth and you don't want to go through any more stuff like that. So we could...
How much money did you have to put down?
Huh?
Do you remember how much money you had to put down?
I don't know.
I don't
It
either.
wasn't too much.
No.
And of course,
probably says in my diary.
those days they're talking about $20, $30. Yeah.
But
and
he got the best paychecks. That's just marvelous. We got so much money.
anyway, we're all set. Of course, all our belongings are in the back of the 41 Willis jet because you couldn't go any place. Louise was pregnant, working all the time, and finally we get down to the house that we just rented, and it's about, we get things kind of settled down, packed a little bit. Louise says, I think I better go to the hospital.
Wait, that was at night, and we said the novena every night.
That's what I said, it was night.
Yeah, it was night.
Okay, you want to tell the rest?
Well, no, not really, but I just wanted to interject something. We were good friends with Helen and Al Rosselette. They lived she went to Girls Central, and he lived right next door to us, and he had kind of a drinking reputation, but he did work. He worked for Dick Cloaks, and Helen Rosselette was Dick Cloaks' niece. And Cliff Wade, they lived right next door to the house that we rented. They had a little girl. I think she was about 8 or 9, something like that. And then also living in that house was Cliff Wade's wife's brother, and he was real up high in the union. And occasionally, well, go ahead, tell them before that. Tell them what happened then. We said the novena.
No. Okay, she said I gotta go to the hospital. So we belonged to, she found this, what was it, what was the medical deal?
Medical security clinic.
Medical security clinic. She went there to see the doctors
Before.
And then finally, we went up, of course we had to join. Or
Yeah,
did
we did, yeah.
And then I took her to the hospital. And I decided, well, I wasn't going to stay around, so I came back. I went to bed. And I don't know when John was born.
7 o'clock in the morning, the same as Mary Lou. 7:07, I think.
What's that got to do with Mary Lou?
Well, they were both born around 7 in the morning.
They sound like they're born the same day.
Sounds like a Boeing airplane.
Yeah, she's double talking here a little bit. Yeah, Mary Lou was a few years later.
Year and a half.
Year and a half, Dad.
Well, that's a few.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't remember going to the hospital, but I know for some reason that I should do something, so I bought a dozen roses.
Red roses.
So I took them up
In the morning after.
in the morning.
Yeah, after.
Now,
He was born.
I'm not, oh, yeah. Now, this hospital was so packed that some of the people had to be in the hallway in beds. And I don't know if you were in a
No.
room. You were in a room.
I was in a room, but
It,
when Mary Lou was born, I was in the hall. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
anyway, I think Louise looking down the hallway, she could see it down the hallway. Who should come down the hallway? Said her mother.
Marching in just like she owned the world.
I didn't pick her up or anything. She got down there by herself somehow.
Yeah, I think she took a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, she came in on the train.
And
Brought tons of diapers.
Oh my God.
So, this particular house, like I said, in order to have hot water, you'd have to go down the basement and build a fire and that's where
In the old wood cook stove.
that's where you heat the hot water. So here comes first son, John. Okay, Grandma's there, or Louise's mother there to help her. Want a break?
You're gonna have an appointment at 3:30.
Yeah,
So what do you
Right.
think?
Okay.
Do you think we should break now?
I think we better break.
yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, then you guys can get your paperwork ready and stuff.
What do you think?